Welcome back, everyone. We are going to talk about paused reps. Paused reps are a very underrated variation that you can apply to pretty much any exercise. There are a couple benefits to doing paused reps. For beginners, it's great because it forces them to feel what the full movement and the full range of motion feels like instead of just bouncing at the bottom to getting the weight up. So say for a squat, for example, it prevents this, where you're bouncing off the ground, using your muscles' elasticity to naturally pull yourself back up. Instead, you pause for a second, and you'll feel the tension in the legs, even in your abs, a little bit more. And generally, if it's your first time doing it, your form's probably going to look like crap. You'll probably come down like this, and then all of a sudden maybe move forward, or put your elbows down, or round your back, because you're not used to staying tight and activating every muscle that you can to stabilize the movement. This is important for beginners because you need that stable base to continue getting stronger. And as you all know, getting stronger helps with not only fat loss, but also muscle building and athletic performance. The pause can actually be used anywhere in the tempo. The example that I gave was a pause at the bottom. So squat again, pausing at the bottom, keeping the tension and coming back up. You can also do pauses at any point of the range of motion. A halfway pause, a quarter pause, a pause at the top so you can reset and take your breath. Research and anecdotal evidence have shown time and time again that if you focus on getting strong on little variations of the same movement pattern, it helps build your overall strength. So the same rule applies here. If you focus on pausing at different reps, you really build that tension and that nervous system development and practice in each part of the rep. We might do a 2-second or even a 5-second pause at the bottom or halfway. And that is going to help you build tension in different parts of the range of motion, still allowing you to make progress with your limited weights. Like I said at the beginning, you can add pause reps to pretty much any exercise effectively. Now I'm going to show you a few of the main movement patterns that we like to use pause reps on. Here's a squat variation. And again, it's important to note that you don't want to relax in your joints and kind of let your ligaments hold all that tension. You want to stay tight and stable so you feel the tension in the legs. Now this is a pause at the top of the range of motion, which forces you to still work your muscles hard. Because if you let go for a second, those weights are coming down. So we're in the bent over row position. And we hold for 1 or 2 seconds. And next up is the push-up. Remember, this applies to any pressing exercise. Bench press, overhead press as well. We'll do the pause here at the bottom and come back up. Here's a pause with a Romanian deadlift. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that pause reps are generally harder. So if you can do, for example, 3 sets of 10 for 50 pounds of whatever exercise, chances are you'll be doing less reps or less weight for 3 sets of 10. Don't get discouraged when it's harder. Just think of it as a different challenge and a different variation, and you'll be stronger when you get back to your regular sets. That's how we use pause reps here at Clear Cut Fitness.